we go. We just missed the collision there. Check that out. Making the grid. Well, the railers are out first thing in the morning. It's 9 o'clock a.m. You saw the near collision? Well, not quite a collision, but they were pretty close in their spraying tactics. Get this guy blowing this rail. Looks like another day of plumage. Here comes another one out of the east. Looks like a pretty good rail there as he's coming up this way. Pretty good distance away. See him when he gets overhead. It almost seems like he changed his trajectory a little bit, and the plume looks a little different when he was making his ascent as part of the doming procedure. Plume looks a little different. It looks like a CIA Evergreen Air. Yeah, go ahead, the plumes too. The plume's the dead giveaway. And these guys spray at a higher altitude too, so their plume has to do with something at a higher altitude. About 10:30, quarter to 11. We got this railer up here spraying now. Pretty nasty rail. Looks like a red bad boy, but I can't verify it. It looks kind of red. Over here, I want to show you this. Look at the grid work. Can you see the grid? It's nice and light, but you can still see that grid. They're really railing it up. They're trying to make a nice symmetrical grid. Are you picking that up or not? They've already got a couple of crosses over here. Got one over there, and then one right below it. As they just covertly make that grid. Back on this guy, yep, he's a red bad boy. Or he's a patriot. Let's see if we can see what he looks like here. Looks like a red bad boy. He's making his grid over here. Just a couple minutes later, I caught this railer up here spinning this rail. Looks like a CIA Evergreen Air. Known for notorious spraying. But I gotta show you this. Look at the grid work they got built back up in that northern sector. Let me back it off, zoom it back in for you. The sky is light. They've got that lighter mix, so you really don't see the grid work like you really should be able to. But I'm gonna try to do the best I can here. I'm gonna do the best I can to show you that grid work. Look at the lines and the grids and the, oh man. Look at that beginning of that grid. In the great wide open looking into that northern sector where that grid was, you can still see a little bit of the outline. They got a line up here. Another guy just come over here and laced the rail. I don't know if they're picking that up. The sky's kind of whitish blue. Al Gore blue. Or it's just gore like we said yesterday. Banding into that western sector, the snow is still lingering on the mountain. After all this, we've had 80 degrees plus for about a week or two. Well into the 70s for 3 weeks. There's no reason for that snow to melt unless it's not snow. Get a look. Plasticizers and polymers and people debunk that? No. We already know what's in the snow. Okay. And look what we got over here. See, they're just kind of inconspicuously railing it up. So you don't think nothing is happening. I don't even know, I can't even pick them up with the white sun in my eyes. But there's a railer out there. Got some fire over here. Somebody built a fire. Wouldn't surprise me if it was caused by the HAARP device. A couple minutes later we got this guy and he's real low. Now how in the hang can ice crystals come out of that plume when he's this low? The answer is, it's not ice crystals. Anybody that thinks that's still, oh my gosh. Even if they were ice crystals, wouldn't they be melted by the time it got about there? Not on this whole rail. Anyway, they're doing their damnedest to get it kind of gory color. Caught this guy trying to sneak by me. Looks like an evergreen air. Tell by the plume and the configuration of the jet. Kind of a good plume too, as they increase their intensity of the plumes. And as I pan over here right alongside of him, we got his sidekick here, his wingman, making up the grid. You got the east and west lines going. Looks like a red tail. Silver bullet nonetheless. Look at the plume just spew out of there. Look how lengthy they're getting their plumes now. A little bit longer as they start to grid it up. 12 noon, afternoon crew coming out now. Longer rails. It's like I documented before. They're trying to stir things up and make you think the day is nice. In the beginning, you go to work, get out of work, and the sky's all plumed. Look at the length of that rail. See how they're elongating the rails now? Yeah. Well, check this out. Slightly after 12 o'clock, we got this silver bullet blowing a nice little rail. See? And then just alongside of him, we have his buddy over here blowing another rail. So side by side, double rails. And boy, are they happy to be spraying. You can almost tell by the vibration they're giving off. But there you have it, double rails. Got this guy trying to sneak by. We got him. Gotta wake these people up. They think this clear sky day, they're still spraying. Well, some more CIA teasers. Those little dinky evergreen airs are just clouding up our skies with plume. We can reel them in really good. See how it looks like they only have one plume? It's really two plumes blended into one. It's a different kind of a mix. Here's a nasty. Check this guy out. Can't reel him in. I'm doing this one-handed. Blocking the sun with my other hand. Lost him. Now I got him. Looks like a silver bullet. Making some noise too. As that plume just spews out of there. Sorry about the shakage. Just I'm one-handing it. Seconds later, I picked up this guy blowing a rail. Seeing mostly west to east and east to west, and only a few north to south and south to north, but I'm sure when I say that I'll get a few more. They're keeping it going. Seems like every 5 or so minutes we got another guy blowing a rail over the top here. Another silver bullet. Just wish they would just go home and stop. Here's a prime example about how much soot is actually in the sky. Check out the mountain. See it from here? See how it looks like it's lit up blue, or so to speak? Look when I pan in there. That's just soot. The local people say you should be able to see right through there clear as day. Just look at the soot on that horizon. It should be blue, not gore color. Skies have cleared off, but we still got somebody who just has to be a pain in the neck. Just won't let it go. Look at this nasty rail. 6 o'clock. It's got to be a blue tail. See if we can get him in. Yeah, he's out there pretty far. But look at the plume. A little longer than usual, huh? For today? It's like I've been telling you all along. They tease you with these intermediate mixes. Then when you're not paying any attention, you're gonna sneak another guy in. They go to the longer rails. Look at that guy. See his rail? He's heading right along with them. He's over here. He's over there. What the hell are we gonna do? Here's a good view of the sooty haze that everybody's breathing in. Almost looks like a fire or a bomb went off back in there. Doesn't look how thick that soot is. Look at that soot. Looks like there's a fire there or something. People should be alarmed. Look at the soot there. So I pan all the way around in that eastern sector. We're all set up for a backward sunset in that eastern sector. Okay, we're all set up. Do you remember those two rails I showed you, the double railers just a few minutes ago? Look at this. Look how that dispersed. Looks like 3 rails, and then this guy added this rail on top of it. And he's going over top of that guitar string effect there. You see the strings there? 1 rail, 2 rail, 3 rail, 4 rail, 5 rail, 6 rail. All discombobulated though. And look what we got up here. Friggin' bluetail. Right on time, Mr. Bluetail. You can tell by the rankiness of the plume. Just look at him spew that trash out of there. It just amazes me that the media does not see any of this, or they're afraid to talk about it. And you get these weathercasters up there, it's just a joke. They're talking about the clouds and this and that, and to come up with different names, and it's just plume. That's all it is. Well, the soot is cleared off, skies look clear, and I was too late to snag the backward sunset, which would have been in there. It's already dark, full of the darker soot. Because that should be really dark blue, being the farthest away from the sun. Anyway, I'm Joseph Kleider. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Would you